little office in West Covina, California, it's the Foos Show! Hey, what is up, everybody? I am Joe C.
And I'm Josh.
And thank you all very much for listening into the Foos Show. Thank you for subscribing and telling a friend like a champ. You can always catch us at Foos Bar Show. That's FOOBarshow@gmail.com. And FOO Bar Show is our handle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out, drop us a line, and we'll foo it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, foo?
Foos.
All right. On tap today, we have some sports and music highlights, but most importantly, we have Mr. Christopher Luna.
How's it going, guys?
On today.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
Thanks for having me.
What's up, man? Hey, I've known Chris for a very long time now. I met you through my cousins.
Yep.
In fact, before the show started, you said you were our groupie when we were all playing in the bar show. That's right. I mean, I was saying roadie, but you insisted that you be called a groupie.
Wow,
I don't know
man.
what the fuck was happening when I was in the room.
That's confidence right there. That's confidence that sells
How
me.
much I love you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Die for you, man.
Chris, I've always known you, even since we were teenagers, man. I've always known you to be very, you had a good motor about you. You were an entrepreneur. You were always about business. So where'd you get that from?
I just grew up in it. My family, I was always part of a family business. Grew up in it. It's just something I learned over the years, growing up with my parents, my brothers, my sisters, my brother-in-laws, just hanging out with everyone, going to work every weekend, having summers off, going to work. So that's just kind of what I did.
Nice, dude. At one point, you were my manager when we worked at a bar in Arcadia.
Yeah.
It was, those were good times, man. I don't know why you decided to pick me as a bartender, but I think it had to do something with me just going to bartending school. That summer, and then I did your buddy Caesar's Halloween party, where the only instruction I got was to just make sure everybody got nice and shit faced.
Yeah.
And mission accomplished, if I do say so myself.
Yeah,
And that's
you
a
have a really good memory. I remember Caesar's party. He used to have
Really? 'Cause I don't.
Well, I remember because of pictures, but honestly, he would have probably the better Halloween parties, and then we kind of built our way up, and then when we had that warehouse party that y'all
Didn't
you win the contest for that?
I did. Let's talk about it.
Warehouse party.
There was so was it your brother who owned a warehouse?
My family, my parents.
Yeah, your family owned a warehouse in City of Industry. It was very accessible to everybody that we knew, and you made sure it was accessible. The whole warehouse was. Did you take all the pallets out? Like you just emptied it out?
Shit.
No.
Okay, so the Halloween party that you're talking
Right,
about.
right.
A few of them. The Halloween party, one of our tenants left, so it's vacant for a while. So it's about 40,000 square feet.
Holy shit.
Feet.
That's
so
a big ass warehouse.
humongous.
It was huge.
So it was vacant. We didn't have to move anything.
It's like an empty Costco.
It was, man. I remember going in there with everyone, and we're like, man, how are we going to fill this up? It's huge. It has to look. We have to do something to fill it up.
Right.
So I remember I'm like, all right, let's rent out posts, like VIP areas, and it'll kind of be like almost like BYOB, bring your own booze,
right?
And it's bring your own shit, like bring your own,
everything.
You're easy up.
Your own DJ.
We had a contest, and I remember the
best dressed Halloween booth.
Yeah,
right.
So people would bring their lounge chairs. Oh, and then we had the specialty drink. That's what you won.
Is that what I won?
Yeah,
what the fuck did I make?
Because we said, okay, so the idea was that each person would go booth to booth to try out different drinks, right? So, you're drinking all night, and everyone will have a specialty drink at their booth. So you would go in, there's lounge chairs, lights, all decorated like their own little VIP area. And we would give it out to people, right? We had 15 of them, or I don't know exactly. So whoever had the best drink and the best decoration booth or whatnot would win the award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I made like
remember-
a cider or something. Now that I'm trying to, I think
Do you remember the award you won?
I won like what was it, like an ounce of weed or something like that?
Exactly.
Dang.
But it was because
Where was I?
I don't think we. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know where the fuck you were.
I wish
Damn.
we would have queued up some pictures on that.
But
Damn.
but in fact, I think I might have some pictures of that day. I think I dressed up as Quail Man.
Oh.
If I remember correctly, I had the belt on my head. And
I gotta see these
the
pictures.
chonies outside the shorts.
I don't remember.
It was a day to remember,
what I wore,
dude.
but it was
and
crazy.
I made some drink. I think it was some apple cider drink that I put in like a pumpkin or something. But it was apparently
I
very
only drink
good.
the finest breast milks.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, huh? Finest.
The finest. And so I mean that was a great time. You had a DJ, you had like a little bit of a light show.
DJs. Edward, your cousin,
Yep,
good friend of mine.
Uh-huh.
He was AV, so all audio
That's
visual
right.
setup.
That's
so
right.
we had 3 DJs, and each DJ had this huge screen and projector behind them, and the DJs were mixing music videos.
It was popping, dude. That shit was like it was a crazy night. How long ago would you say that was? Was that like 2012
we
ish?
were still in high school. Were we?
No, we were in. We were at high school.
We were
It
out
was
of high
actually-
school?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was one of the better ones for sure. I know we had security guards.
Mm-hmm.
We had valet parking.
Yep.
Damn.
We had I remember the whole day we're filling up balloons. We had a big balloon drop, and that was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
At least not like the other party where it got broken up. Were you at that one?
No, what happened
Warehouse.
there?
So the warehouse, it's a two-part warehouse. So we have
Okay.
a smaller part,
Uh-huh.
and we had a party. I forgot what occasion it was. But it was a warehouse party, and man, before it even started, the cops came.
What?
And I didn't find out. No one knows because I didn't want to talk shit or anything. I didn't find out why it got broken up so fast because usually, we don't have those type of issues. But years later, my brother told me, he's like, "Hey, I called the cops on you."
Oh, you narked on you?
Yes, he ratted me out.
Oh, you say why?
Well, it was getting too. He heard from one of my teachers in high school that used to talk to him, and he got the word that it was going to be a big thing, and he got worried. And we're still in high school then, because
Okay.
so he was worried, and he's like, "No, we're shutting this shit down before it even gets started."
Oh,
What the fuck? That's fucked up.
I thought this was America.
It's
Huh?
sucked, man.
Isn't this America? I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
right, Randy?
That's
Jesus.
what I thought.
Guy's a point.
Well, going back to the bar days when I was when you were my manager at the bar, that was one of the best fucking times I've ever had working for anyone. I mean, I wouldn't say it was a successful venture,
It was not.
but it was a good way where I can earn some extra cash. I think I was working at Best Buy at that time. It might have been like 2009, 2010 ish. This was a bar that was under a bowling alley. It was a basement. Were we getting ventilation in there? Was there any of that good stuff going on? Because I'm asking.
He's pleading the fifth, man.
Because I remember going on break when you weren't around, and I went into your office and I hotboxed the shit out of it multiple times.
That office was always
multiple times. And then I just went back outside and started pouring more drinks.
That was definitely a cool venture. So I went from working at J.P. Morgan Chase as a business specialist, a business banker, and a licensed investment specialist, or whatever they called me at that time,
All right.
to owning a bar in Arcadia.
What?
So I quit my job, honestly, because I got this good opportunity. This Asian dude, I don't know how I think actually I met him through the Chamber of Commerce.
Did you?
Okay.
And he told me, "Hey, I have this bar. I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm trying to sell it. I have another bar in Upland or something like that." And he's like, "This one's it's not working out. I'm trying to get rid of it." So I'm like, "Hey, well, I may be interested in buying it, So he's like, "Yeah, go check it out, see what you think." And I had the idea. I'm like, well, look, before I go into this venture, I know nothing about the bar industry. I don't know, where you get your liquor, where you get your supplies, how do you hire people. And I mean,
how'd you handle procurement and all that? I just noticed that alcohol would show up. And I'm like, I guess Chris seems to know what he's doing.
Distributors, there's different distribution companies have exclusive rights to different alcohols, so someone would sell just Jack brands and someone else will sell a lot of tequila. So anyways, I told him, I'm like, look, if I go through this process and purchase this, I want to work for you first. I want to learn the industry, and I want to get paid, and I want to get a commission off the sales and that whole thing. And he's like, yeah, for sure. So he hired me for me to be able to do my due diligence to see if it's worth buying the bar.
Yeah.
And man, I just called up everyone I knew. I hired, while you came on board, I hired some waitresses from high school. My brother came and helped me a few times.
Yeah, that's right.
And man, it just turned into a party every day of the week. Like, I think we're closed once a week.
Once a week might have been Mondays.
Yeah, something slow. And
Right.
man, I'm glad I got that out of my system though, because I think it's every guy's dream to have a bar or a strip club or something like that.
Right.
And I just remember being up at 4 or 5 in the morning and just counting cash and trying to close out the waitresses. All of them want to get out at 2 o'clock.
Yeah,
but
dude.
There's cleaning. There's you got to pay everyone out. And
Yeah.
I was
tips
patient.
everyone.
I was just smoking out your office.
Yeah, not everyone's patient like you, man. Those girls have hot dates to go to. After,
I understand.
And,
Or they got to go on their second shift at the strip club, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Come on, man.
so I remember
Gotta make that bread.
Yeah,
right.
so one of our good friends, Christian, he had just graduated from college, and and he's like, "Hey, let me do a private event there." I'm like, "Sure, you just pay whatever you guys consume." And he's like, "Yeah, for sure." It's huge. He's huge Mexican family. He brought banda. It was loud as fuck in there, and
It's not a big place.
It's not. It's
low ceilings and everything.
ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's like
shit.
an underground place.
Yeah, it's a
man.
basement.
Like a dive bar?
Yeah.
Like a low-key
Essentially,
dive bar?
it's a low key dive bar. It's like a speakeasy.
Oh, damn.
Speakeasy with a liner, like on. People would get in line to
And
get
And
in.
you
red
fit a
couches
full
and everything,
Mexican
man.
family and a banda in there?
Yeah, we made sure the lights are dim. I mean, we swept up as much as we could, but shit,
Yeah, so he basically tore out the place. I got fired before I even had the opportunity to buy the damn place. And, yeah, at that point I didn't really care. I was just done with it. It was so much work.
Next thing I knew, I was getting a phone call like after I got off of my shift at Best Buy saying, "Hey man, your last day is this and that," and I was like, "Oh, well, it was fun."
Yeah, we had a lot of good memories there.
Yeah, dude. So now, fast forward to now, you're in the family business, I understand, in LA, or at least you're in business with family.
So one night at Relics at that bar,
Okay.
I get a phone call. It's like 2, 3 in the morning, and they say, "Hey, your buildings are burning down."
Oh, what?
And I was there with actually my tenants from LA were partying with us that night.
Oh no.
And actually, I think that's how I found out. His mom got the phone call or something. They're like, because they have businesses there, a bunch of in the Piñata district.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of piñatas and the buildings are burning down. So we freaking shut the place down. We drove fast, fast.
Yeah, dude.
We get there and all of our properties are just in fire, just being destroyed.
With all the product in it
It was
and
around
everything.
2012, yeah. So we didn't have our business there at the time, but we owned the properties, and it's just, man, it was such a hard scene to watch. And before I actually, I was stressed out because I used to sell insurance and I insured those properties.
Oh,
But
shit.
at that time, I wasn't the agent. I didn't know where things stand. I didn't
Yeah.
know if we had insurance. I didn't know what was going on.
You passed
so
the
my
baton
whole
by then.
time, my heart's just dropping. It was such an ugly feeling.
Yeah.
And so when those properties burned down, my brother, he's an engineer, Ben, my other brother, did some owner builder construction, some office buildings and stuff. So he has a lot of construction background. And then I was kind of insurance and financial background. And we had the opportunity to release one of the units that were there. So we reopened the business going on 6 years ago now. And, we've just been doing that ever since.
And I understand you guys have won a few awards there.
Yeah, actually, we just announced on Monday we won a 4th year in a row best candy store in downtown LA.
And I've been there, man.
Sick.
It is a good candy store, dude. Anything I want, I'll go there. Every time I have like a pretty big or sizable party where I want some good party favors or anything, I hit up Raquel's.
At Raquel's Candy Confections, downtown LA in the Piñata district.
You guys were on Storage Wars too, weren't you?
We're on storage.
Oh,
For an
damn.
episode.
Actually, your cousin,
My
Edward,
cousin Edward
worked with
was-
us.
yeah.
I hate being on camera. I hate being on the mic. And I would tell Edward, I go, "Hey, dude, just do it." And I thought it was. I don't know if I can talk about it. They probably had to sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Well,
or
he
something, but-
might have. He probably didn't.
I don't want to talk shit about it, but it was definitely an experience. It was fun. A lot of people we did get recognized from that. Honestly, there's a lot of people. Hey, you came out on this. And a lot of movies. They shot a lot of movies there. There's actually a movie from recent. I haven't watched it yet with what's that girl, Jennifer Gardner. She just came out with this new movie. I think They Kill Our Family or something like that.
Okay.
And they shut us down for a few days to film there. And we had another director that did Sin City. What's his name?
Robert Rodriguez?
Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, all right.
He shut our store down for a few days. And those are nice little paydays because we just